What's going on, you guys? Mr. Grail here, and we finally hit that 100 subscribers mark. What a great feat in such a short amount of time, and it's all because of you. And because of that, I want to give you guys a giveaway, which we'll talk later on in the video. But today we're going to be talking about the top 10 most expensive Star Wars Funko Pops and how we can actually get them in our hands. Let's get to it. Welcome back, guys. It's another video today, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about the top 10 most expensive Funko Pops for Star Wars. Now, before we get to that, I know everyone wants to know about the giveaway and how exactly they can enter. Well, the first thing you got to do is watch this whole video, and at the end, I will tell you exactly how you can get into the giveaway. And the giveaway is going to be nice. It's going to be something sweet. That's my appreciation for all of you for making this possible. It's been a great first month. And with that being said, let's get into this expensive list, shall we? With the first one being the 2019 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Sith Trooper Funko Pop for Star Wars. Now this one, as you're going to see with a lot of these Star Wars Funko Pops, is that they are San Diego Comic-Con exclusives, and they all have piece limitations. So right now they have about piece limitations between 480 pieces and 500. I think that's amazing. And you know me, Mr. Grail, I am all about the piece limitations. I'm all about having pops that not a lot of people have, and this is one of them. But one thing I will say about this pop is that it has gone down in value quite a bit, as you see here, that it has been in the mid thousands and now it's at the $970 mark. Now that could be for a lot of reasons. It could just be there's a lack of necessity for it. Not many people want Sith Troopers. It doesn't mean they're not popular. It doesn't mean it's not a grail. It doesn't mean that you don't have to get it. We all know the stock market always goes back up, which means that other things go back up, and it's going to be hard to get on. It's going to be hard to get that Funko Pop. So I think that you should grab it regardless of the decrease. It will go back up in time, I promise. All right, at number 9 and 8, we actually have a tie, and they're both Emerald City Comic-Con exclusives, and that is going to be Luke Skywalker and Han Solo as the Stormtrooper. So both these guys are going for a nice buckaroo here of $1,000. So $1,000 is actually a pretty good mark for these pops because that's about where they have stayed, and they've gone up kind of slowly each time. And I think that, well, we all know Luke Skywalker and Han Solo are two of the greatest characters in Star Wars. They're the ones who define Star Wars, along with Chewie and, of course, Princess Leia. I think this is amazing. These are amazing pops to get, and I really, really believe that this should be something that you guys should all have in your collection. I understand that it's $1,000, but trust me, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you some ways on how to get these pops affordably. Coming in at number 7 is going to be the Biggs Darklighter Funko Pop. This is also a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and there also is, of course, like I said, 480 pieces of this. And I'm not going to lie, I never was really a guy who was big on Biggs, Darklighter, but honestly, he's someone who's really, really cool, and he's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Right now, he's going for about $1,410, which is a nice amount of money. And obviously, he's popular enough to get that demand. There are people that still want to buy him daily. I look on eBay all the time. He always has watchers. There are buyers there. And he's still in that price where he's not really untouchable yet. He's not in the $2,000, $3,000 range. That's when it starts getting kind of difficult for people to be able to afford those pops. So right now, I would say that if this is a good time to get it, if you actually are a big fan of Biggs. But right now, I would say I'm personally not looking for this guy, but he is number 7 as far as the most expensive Funko Pops for Star Wars. Coming in at number 6 is actually going to be a 2013 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Once again, 480 piece. That's going to be the trend going for these guys. It's going to be a fan favorite in Boba Fett as droids. And this one right now is actually great because there's a lot of need for Boba Fett. Even his action figures go for a lot of money these days. And a Funko Pop of his standard and this grail is most definitely something I would try to get my hands on. It is only going for about $1,600. I know only as if, right? But to have the top grail for Boba Fett at only $1,600, I think this most definitely will be a piece that could reach $3,000, $3,500 in no time. And I really, really do like this piece, and I feel like it's a great piece to have in your collection. And he is number 6 for Star Wars. We are finally cracking into the top 5 here with at number 5 is going to be a 2011 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which is going to be the Shadow Trooper. Now, there's not too many of these as well, and obviously this is doing a little bit better than the fourth Sith Trooper. The Sith Trooper was a nice red, which I think is why it's appealing, but a lot of people, when it comes to Star Wars. They're all about the white stormtroopers and then the black shadows troopers. And I'm telling you, this one is really, really nice. It's going for about $1,780. A very, very good piece to have. And it's so cool if you look at it right here. I love the detail. I love the fact that it's a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And this is sitting at number 5 for Star Wars Funko Pops. All right, at number 4, we are going with the 501st Clone Trooper, which is a 2012 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and this one's going for about $1,880. So we're almost there at the $2,000 range. This pop actually did hit $2,000 at one time, but we know with COVID being a thing and elevating all these prices and inflating everything, things are starting to come back to normal, which means that these pops are starting to become slightly more affordable. But this one is really, really cool. I really, really like the design on this one. The 501st Clone Trooper is most definitely going to be a must-need in a lot of people's Star Wars collections if you're trying to complete it, especially the Grail portions. All right, guys, coming in at number 3 is going to be Chewbacca, Flocked 2011 San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, and right now this one's going for about $1,940. And honestly, Chewbacca is just a fan favorite and you cannot have Star Wars Grails. You cannot talk about a list of expensive Star Wars Grails if you're not talking about Chewie himself, Han Solo's sidekick, and just a fan favorite. And it's really cool that it's flocked. Flocked pretty much means that it has some fur on it. It's something that's really, really cool. I like the touch of it. I like the idea from Funko for doing that. And Chewie, this is probably going to be one of the hardest pops to get a hold of. It doesn't come up very often, but if you want to do it, you're going to have to pay an arm and a leg for it. But if you do get it, trust me, you're worth it. You hit a gold mine, and he is going to be something that's going to be sought after for years to come. Coming in at number 2 is going to be a big banger here at $6,000. Is going to be the Darth Maul holographic Funko Pop, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Now, there's not too many of these, and let me tell you, the blue on this thing is absolutely beautiful. Honestly, like, if I could get my hands on this pop, I would take out a loan for this pop. That's how bad it was. My wife would disagree. She would not want me to do that, but that's just how cool this pop is. Just take a look at it. It's something to admire. It's something to love. It's something to adore. And honestly, I put Darth Maul right there with Darth Vader. Honestly, I might even like him a little bit more. Darth Vader's just more iconic, and has those lines that we'll always remember, like telling Luke that he is his father. Right? So I think that's really, really cool. But Darth Maul is one of the best pops to get, and I would say that you try to get this guy if you can. But I understand it's so hard, and it's hard for me as well, but get this one in your hands as soon as possible. And coming in at number 1 is the king of all grails for Star Wars, and it's going to be the Luke Skywalker Gold Edition Final Battle. Now, this one has taken a huge leap, and this one actually is also a San Diego Comic-Con, but it is from Fun Days. And this one, unlike the others, is actually way, way, way more rare. Actually 6 times more rare, as it comes with only 80 pieces. And of course, it's iconic because it's Luke Skywalker and he's all gold. And this one at one time was going for about $8,500. Now, literally within the past couple months, it has jumped to $12,500. Now, this one may be a dream to have because you're pretty much deciding, do you want this pop or do you want a car? And right now, I think getting a car is a lot more logical, but man, cars diminish in value. Funko Pops, especially Grails, don't. So I really, really like that Luke Skywalker Funko Pop, and man, just adore it, look at it. I know a lot of us will probably never get our hands on it in this lifetime, but let me tell you, it's okay to try to get this in your collection, and I most definitely am gonna try to get that in my collection. If I one day can make it big on YouTube, you guys can help me get this. Who knows, maybe one day I'll make it a giveaway. You'll never know, maybe on Whatnot. But with that being said, thank you guys for listening to the top 10 list. And right now, I just want to give you guys some tips on how to be able to maybe afford some of these pops. Because I know looking at a pop, looking at honestly how to afford these expensive pops, we really don't know how to. But I'm going to give you some tips on how you can do this because I've gotten some pops this way. And the first tip I want to tell you is make a PayPal account and try to pay it in 4 installments. So PayPal does a cool thing where you don't always got to put it on your credit. You can actually put it on a 4 payments plan where every 2 weeks you make a payment for it. So for example, of course, if you bought the Chewbacca one and say it costs $1,000, I'm not saying to do this, by the way. I'm just saying that if you're someone who's very close to being able to afford this grail, but maybe you need a little bit more time, this is a great way to go. You bought the Chewbacca Funko Pop and you paid $2,000 for it. With the 4-weekly plan, you would be able to pretty much get this pop for $500 every 2 weeks, which means in 2 months you'll be able to pay it off. For some people, that's really, that makes them and it enables them to be able to get this. For other people, it's not so much, but it's a great way to go about it. Which the second one I want to tell you guys is going on the Affirm app. Now, the only thing about Affirm is sometimes they have really high APRs or interest rates. Now, to dodge this, I do want to say the quicker you pay it off, the less interest you pay, the less you have to worry about ARP. So if you're able to go and get this, I would say most definitely go and get these ones and put them on Affirm app. Affirm, pick a payment. I would say go no longer than 6 months. 6 months is a very good time between that time to go and pay that. And I would say that these are good as well. All right, and the other ones I've mentioned on my prior videos, if you want to go back and check some videos about how to make money on Funko Pops fast, if you go on the Whatnot app, there's always sellers selling these at a discounted price. Literally, you just go into auction and you pretty much need to beat all the people who are bidding. And sometimes, like I said, you can get Funko Pops for hundreds of dollars cheaper. And if you can get a Chewy Pop for $1,700 when it's $2,000, I would say you hit the jackpot. You're already coming up on something big, and you can afford another grail with that extra $300 that you get. Also, if you go on eBay, you can put in offers, and you can also see if there's going to be someone who's willing to strike a deal with you. And sometimes they'll be happy just to put on auction as well, and you can win an auction there. And lastly, the other one I do want to tell you guys is OfferUp. A lot of people do not do that, but some people are willing to do this because they don't want to ship. Because shipping is expensive right now, and shipping Funko Pops, especially grails, is tough because you got to put them in those nice enclosed cases, which put on weight, which means that you're adding on price for the shipping costs. But if you decide to do OfferUp and you go and drive and pick it up, you're saving that person money, which means that they're probably willing to come down for the price for you. And especially if you go get it, they'll also bump down the price even more, which means you're coming up on these pops and being able to make it more affordable for you to get these pops. All right, guys, and with that being said, we're going to start talking about now the giveaway. So what you have to do pretty much is you have to be a subscriber. That's one. All right, number 2 is you got to like the video. And number 3, you just got to put a comment. You could say that you love this video. You could say this video sucks. Whatever. Love is love, right? So what you got to do is just do those 3 things and you will enter the giveaway. And when will you find out? My very next video, I will announce the winner, and I will also show you guys on video what you guys won. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. I'm so excited for this journey, and I cannot wait to see where this channel goes. Thank you so much for the support. And if you guys have not already, please refer to some of my videos here to watch about how to grow in Funko Pops. All right, you guys, you have an amazing day. You take care, and bye-bye.